I'm Danielle M and welcome to my channel today. So today we are going to be doing a whole lot of baking in my kitchen, and the reason for that is you guys already know we are new to this neighborhood. We've only lived here, I think it's going on like 2 months now, and we've met maybe like 3 of our neighbors, and there's 25 people who live in our community. And I just think having community is so important. I mean, I have talked about that for so long in so many of my videos, always talking about growing your community and loving the people who are placed around you because they're around you for a reason, and just making those connections. And so today we are going to be making little mini loaf breads for all of my neighbors in my community. In the past, when I've given neighbor gifts, it's usually just been to like the couple houses that are right around my house, but this community is a little bit different and I really feel led to do it for all of my neighbors. So it's a huge task, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna make sweet loaf bread today, and we are going to be delivering all that bread to them hopefully tomorrow, as long as the weather is a little bit nicer. It is super gloomy here today. It's raining all day and it's thundering and lightning, so you might hear some of that in the background today. But also there's just something nice and cozy about baking on a rainy day, so I'm not really mad about it. And I did want to hopefully encourage you guys. You know that selective mutism is something I struggled with as a little girl, and I still struggle with social anxiety and just getting really anxious, especially when it comes to meeting new people and just like putting myself in situations that feel really uncomfortable to me, such as knocking on my neighbors' doors to give them bread. It doesn't feel comfortable. It feels really uncomfortable. And so even though a lot of me says, hey, don't do that, I also know that it's a good thing to do. It's a nice thing to do. And in the end, I know it's going to be a profitable thing to do, to build those relationships and to make those connections with my neighbors, and hopefully to be able to be a bigger blessing to them than I am right now, because I don't even know them. And that's really what it's all about, letting people know that you love them and you care for them and you're there for them, and to be the light where you live. So I hope that if you have those feelings like I tend to have, where it's just like, no, I cannot do that, that just sounds a little bit overwhelming and intense, and you have those feelings of anxiety when it comes to that, maybe just try and start small and just do a gift for one neighbor, and maybe instead of knocking on their door, just leaving it at their door when you know they're home, and knocking and walking home. I've done that before for neighbors, so you could totally start off small. I'm going to be going with my kids tomorrow, and I'm going to show you guys how we're going to package everything. If it turns out the way it is in my head, it should be super cute, and I'm so excited. So let's get into the kitchen and start baking.
Even in the darkest night, you shine so bright.
I found the recipe for sweetbread that I'm going to be using from julieblanner.com. I will link it in the description if you guys want to go check out that recipe. I am going to be doctoring it up a little bit, and we're going to do a test bread to make sure it's good before we make a whole bunch of them to give to my neighbors. And instead of using vegetable oil, I am going to be using sour cream, and we're also going to be adding some vanilla into this recipe. It doesn't call for any currently, but I just feel like it's got to be good to add a little vanilla to it, right? So we're gonna do that. I think it would also be good to add like some almond extract or something else, but I'm gonna go with vanilla for this one. So let's get to it. guys, it is the next day. We are going to be delivering all of our bread today. I think I was up until like 9 p.m. making bread last night, but it is finished. We're going to be packaging it all. I'm going to show you guys what I got. I ordered a cute little packaging kit specifically for mini loaf bread or cookies that we're going to be packaging everything in. And then I made a whole bunch of these cards for my neighbors, just says thankful for sweet neighbors, and then inside I'm gonna let them know I made them a loaf of sweet bread and I hope they enjoyed that. And my husband wanted to include gift cards to his restaurant, so he is going to go pick those up right now, and we're going to include a gift card in all of these. But if you do this act of kindness, definitely don't feel like you have to overdo it. Just make something that is going to be simple and easy for you, and definitely don't feel like you have to do your whole entire neighborhood like I am. I'm kind of wondering if they're not home, if I just leave it at the door, or if I just am not able to give them one. So we'll see. You know how so many people just never use their front door, they just go in and out of the garage, and so I'm worried if I leave it at a front door, they're just not gonna know it's there. So there's that. I don't know yet. Let's start packaging all of our bread and go give these away. How stinking cute is that? We are about to head out. We're actually going to drive because it's be way too hard to try and carry all of those bags with us. We're going to drive to the bottom and work our way back up. Our community is basically on a big hill, and we're going to do like 3-4 houses at a time, then drive to the next little section and do 3-4 at a time. Anyways, this should be interesting. So I'm glad my husband's going with me and Lea's gonna go. Levi is gonna chill out here, and yeah. Okay, you guys, we are back home now. That took a little while. Actually, that took like quite a few hours. Probably a lot of that is because a lot of people just wanted to stand there and chat and talk, which was super nice. I encourage you guys so much to do this. Even if you don't do your whole community, do a couple houses next to you. The thing that most people kept saying is, we should have been doing this for you, and they were just so shocked, but it was so sweet, and a lot of them invited us in. We didn't go in to everybody's house because there's no way we would have had time for that, but there was this one lady who was like, you have to come in. And we went in, and she had like she had like a whole bunch of guests over that were sitting and playing bridge. And me and Leia walked in her house, and they were all like, you guys are the sweetest neighbors we've ever met, weren't they? So that was really fun, and that lady made me write down my name and my email address and phone number, and all like our whole family, she wanted everybody's names written down. So that was really cute, and it was just really nice. Like, so many of them said, we're gonna have to have you guys over. And anyways, what do you think about that, Leo? Did you have fun? It was exhausting though, wasn't it? Yeah. We're pooped out. But let us know if you guys do that down in the comments. And if you guys make something for your neighbors, what are you gonna make? Do you think you're gonna do a sweetbread like us? Let me know in the comments if you have a better idea. Let me know what you're thinking, because I can always use more ideas for the future. So I'd love to hear about that. And as always, make sure you guys stand aglow wherever you go. Bye guys. You wanna close it out, May?